had to do it to him.
Hey, hey, oh, hey, yeah, okay. Freddy coming for, okay, 3, 4, with a lot, hey, okay, okay, let me go, hey, it's Freddy, man. I can't do a dance, but I got cutter hands. Chop it like Swiss cheese with hella switches in a rubber band. Sundown, looking for a body and we touching 10. Baby bottle with a stogie with me, I ain't touching Zans right now. Trying to get some paper, nigga, pipe down. It's Freddy on my chest so you can see it when the lights out. Hey, welcome to KC. Niggas hate me, I'm popping up and niggas sleeping like an AC. 1, 2, Freddy coming for you. Okay, 3, 4, nigga, lock your door. Hey, 5, 6, grab a stick and do a skit. Hey, 7, 8, you hear them sirens, get away. Okay, 1, 2, Freddy.
What's going on, everybody? Daniel Souza back here with another showcase, and it's another of my latest works, and creation is none other than this Final Form Freddy. Don't mind that just yet. That'll be at the end of the video on the side. We're gonna go over here. But alright guys, so this is my Final Form Freddy, and as you guys know, I've been posting this all over my Instagram, and if you guys aren't following me on Instagram, the links are down below. Hit me up at Galactables Collectors on IG, Macabre Studios, because that's one of the other things that I do, and Facebook at Macabre Studios. But this is my Final Freddy, so this piece, there's a lot to go over. Let's put his fucking hat up there. Give it that creepy look. So, you might just say, oh, this Freddy is creepy and cool, he just sculpted this over a eBay body and whatever. Nope, not the case. This is probably one of the very first or very few full custom pieces, completely custom now. What I mean by that when I brought up the eBay body is I did not buy an eBay body. These bodies parts were sculpted in the program and they were printed out. So these body parts were printed out, and by me body parts I mean the arms, the forearms, the hands, the glove, the legs, you know what I'm saying, the chest, the neck, shoulders, the back, everything in meticulous pieces, and as well as joints. I had to make custom joints for this, so you cannot get this body anywhere. This is completely custom. There is nothing sculpted over an eBay body. This is actually completely custom body from scratch. Everything under there. There's nothing you can outsource to make this. So yes, I am the only one that can do this for this particular figure. I'm sure probably other people have done it, like Kane's Production, I think, did it with the Tarman that he did for Magnus, I believe. That was one of the first true figures that I saw, and now we can implement this for every figure, and even not just horror monster figures, but also for, let's just say, human figures, like to get the right proportion for Myers or Rob Zombie Myers, a 78, even though the 78s are over fucking done. And I see so many new 78s coming out, and some of them aren't accurate for shit, but people are jumping all over it. That's a story for another day. But, so, over here, this is completely custom body. Workable joints, they all work. And I think this piece is my greatest creation as of yet, and I say that for every single piece, but that's because it's true. Every new piece that I make, you get better at your craft, obviously. Now everything here is pretty much done by me: diorama, painting, weathering. The only thing is the sweater is done by C Creations. It was a red sweater that I obviously did my thing with, and David and I are working on a bunch of new stuff coming out. I'm excited. Also with some dials from Distress Labs, which is going to be pretty cool. But yeah, David had a great template. And we were talking, I was like, yo, don't put any stripes on, just give me the sweater, get these proportions down, and he got the proportions down perfectly. I gave him like the exact measurements. He gave it to me, I did my thing with it, added the weathering and all that, but that's David Tucker, that's your boy. Go get some clothes from him, go get some full figures, get your shit done from him. Everything else is me. So let's start with the dia real quick. So actually, before that, let's start with the backstory of this piece. So the idea of this story, this piece for me, is if, kind of like Hellraiser, if a kid got into the lore of Freddy, which I posted in all the groups, and discovered where his bones was hidden by talking to previous victims of Freddy who have survived, like Nancy or and, you know, just brought his remains to this abandoned building, maybe possibly clockwork, you know, something very hard to find, weather building, as you guys can obviously tell. And did some ritualistic shit. I don't know if you used some rituals from Chucky's, using the Tambala, or used the box from Hellraiser to bring back, but he definitely did something, and he brought Freddy back in this final form. And I call this final form Freddy because it is showing what he really encompassed, everything under there. Sometimes we don't see what's under his shirt. We did with the Chest of Souls, but I wanted to show my take on it, and this is what we got. And then obviously the kid got the worst of it, as you guys can see here and here. Now let's start with the Dio. So that was just pretty much the backstory. So as you guys can see, the Dio, some of Freddy's bone remains that the kid brought to start up the ritual. And the colors here vary from yellows, greens, and reds, and whites. Custom sculpted gears that have so much texturing on them, it's kind of insane. And these are 3D printed. Over here, painted and everything by me. Over here we have some wood debris, obviously because it's a collapsing building. Now this is, I was thinking more like mold and stuff like that, kind of like The Last of Us, because I was a little bit inspired by The Last of Us lately to do something really gritty, where like whenever one of those mushrooms or zombies touches something, the shroom grows, kind of like how Freddy touches something, he's kind of encompassing the world into his world, kind of. As long as he stays in our world and our plane, he is cursing it and bringing it more of his world into us by using our world and our sensual floors or whatever he touches as a portal to bring his world here. And that is what's happening in this room. Now, obviously over here, we're going to start with the boots. Okay, actually, I'm kind of scattered all over the place. Let's go finish the details. See over here, it's just full of details and colors, real wood. You know, the stand is by Distress Labs. I had an extra one, so if you need something like this, hit them up. The door I made, all wood. You got the tendons and debris chunks of the kid that met his fate. Texturing on the wall, rotted look. It's not just, you know, look at that. Look at all that decay and gore. And it's exactly what we want. We got some nails in there and some sheen, some dry parts, some mold that's just encrusted in this gooiness. And we have over here the gears that have fell from the top. Now don't mind those feet, that will come into play a little bit later. Oh no, his hat! Don't worry, it's all quality here, nothing breaks. It's really tough resin actually. This is a Freddy bone that you can hopefully zoom in on, son of a bitch. And you can place that anywhere. Then a little bit of blood splatter over there. And then we start from the feet. Now these are obviously eBay boots that I weathered up. And I can make custom boots. I had plenty of custom boots, but I had these and I want to use them up. And I give them the mold. And I give them some really broken texture over there. Real shoelaces. The pants I actually did. These aren't David Tucker pants. I do have a pair of David Tucker pants. Coming up in another concept, which is going to be the follow-up of this piece. So this is part of the body that's fully sculpted. Actually, everything on the body is fully sculpted. You can see, you know, his bone right there, his leg bone, his kneecap, just all the meat. Painting this was a lot of fun. I actually applied some new techniques that I learned. Great sweater by David Tucker that I did my thing to. All the holes and, you know, gaps and... Oh look, some ribs over there. Just really rotted decay look. The glove that I made with real metal blades that you can't fucking zoom in, but I'll use this opportunity to enter into the next video thing about this figure. Oh, what's that? Magnetic hands. How about that? Oh, glove. Gory. Disgusting. Magnets. Galore. Look at that. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. That's right. And then we go over here and we have the kid's hand that... Once again, focus, you... Why are you so evil? Kid's hand, that's his tendons, which I took an inspiration from Dream Warriors when he was being a puppeteer, Freddy, and then he has his tendons over here controlling him by the puppets, and, goodness gracious, what do you know once again? Magnetic hands. Sculpted hand, and these are posable wires, they won't move on you, and look, oh! My God, you hear that click? What else? Oh, yeah. So the boots are magnetic as well, which these play a roll. So let me just really quickly. You take the boots off, one-handed, 1, 2, toss them on the ground like a chump. Please don't fall. And 1 second. Jesus. Doing this on the fly. So you take 1 foot, take the other foot. You guys heard the click. Then you can pose it up however you want. Alright, there you go. And now you have skeletal feet for Freddy. Look at that. I wanted to do a dual display. Sick, sick options. I always try to do new things and event. And these are magnetics. I don't know if I skipped over the click, but they are magnetized because I could take them. Well, I'll just remove one. Put it right there. Let's see if we can do this. There it is. Click. Now he's got a gimpy looking leg, but you can pose these anywhere and anyhow you want. Like I said, you can switch back and forth. Then we get to the head sculpt. Now, a lot of people over here are going to be like, oh, is this the Freddy 2 head sculpt from the run that Macabre is doing? Yes and no. This is actually a rough draft that I did. This was a rough print. Well, not a rough print. It was the first file, the first draft. I printed, test casted. It was more just test. And I had these laying around for months and months and months. And I had some misprints as well, which you'll see in a second. And I didn't want these to go to waste because the actual run one is actually varies. Some of the teeth are more complete, scars are more accurate, a little bit more accurate shape and all that. So this is actually just not from the run, but it started off and I just improved upon it. So I didn't want these to go to waste, so I have a few of these to do a few of these things and something like that, which you'll see in a second. But I was very proud of the paint app and everything. I went for a darker paint app for Freddy, a real final form, gritty, burnt. You can see his tenants with the red paint. A lot of fun, guys. Then you turn him around. Okay. And what I like is like this exposure point here on the legs. And then no Freddy's finished without his spine. Look at that. That's a scene right there. That's scary. It was funny, as soon as I posted this, some people was like, oh, is this a part 7 Jason? Is this a part 7 Jason? Which they didn't play the volume on the reel on Instagram, so that's obviously why they thought that without listening to music, because the music was 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. Now, is a part 7 Jason on the way? Yes, of course! Of course. Now, see? Oh, no, my God, the feet. The magnetic feet. This is posable. I'm just trying to do this like quickly. I don't know if I could do this like this. Maybe not. Take these feet off. You guys, I'm trying to just show real quick. If you guys can barely see, but everything is posable. I'm sorry. I mean, doing this gorilla style, so tough. Let's put the boots back on. Because I actually enjoy the boot look a little bit better. Some people might like the other look better. I don't know. It's up to you. Stay. There you go. He's kind of in a different pose. Not really, but you can put the hat on, and the hat, you know, very weathered and disgusting. So this is my final form Freddy. And real quick, I'm going to push him to the back and bring out the next thing. Little update here. As I was mentioning to you guys that I do have some sculpts that are available. Oh my goodness. Daniel, you're so disorganized. Alright, so as you guys can see, we have a lineup here. So as you guys can see, these are Freddy 2 rough draft prints, and they are a lot smaller than the actual head sculpt. So I turn them into keychains. So I have 2 keychains available, fully painted by yours truly. They're right there available, not asking for much. Hit me up. These are 55 each, 55. Then we obviously have a head sculpt, the brain sculpt that was the first same deal rough draft. which is a lot bigger than the 1/6. So I just wanted to make a little bust over here. If you guys want this, it is available. Maybe not by the time this video comes out. Here you go. DM me for price. I have my OG head sculpt, which is also another tiny misprint that I turned into keychain over here. Then I have a bust over here. It's available. You guys can have your hair if you want. G for Galactables. If not, just take it as is. Then I have a 3D Leatherface. Not a misprint, just, well, it is a misprint just in sizing. Keychain. And a full-size bust. And this is a big boy. Up for sale. And I also have 2 Arnold Schwarzenegger sculpts. One's a keychain, one's a bust misprint. So those guys are available. DM me for a price, people. The Freddy's are $55. Same with the small keychain. Michael Myers is $55. The bust vary in prices depending on character. Obviously, the 3D Leatherface that's unpainted is going to go for less. And the keychain over here, that one actually, I'll do $35 for that 3D Leatherface keychain because it is unpainted. Or you could have me paint it real quick for 55 bills plus shipping. And now we're going to get into the other part. I'm just going to do a quick show off because this thing is going to have its own quick review. Showcase. It's not fully finished, but oh yeah. We have a video game. And yes, Freddy! And yes, I got to finish the glove. Sorry. I also have a cool thing. But yes, he is mean. He is not green, but he is meaning for business. And where is it? I was inspired because I had this mecha, so I wanted to do it. Now over here on the hand, I did the classic Freddy one where he cuts off his finger, but I did it in the blue blood. And hang on one second. Look at that! Look at this accessory. It's the Worm Freddy Boss, which is not finished. I gotta paint the knife blades, the finger blades white, like in the video game. But it's all resin. Now, I know in the video game he was more balls, but I didn't want to do that because then he would look like anal beads. And I figured you guys wouldn't want something like that, so I kind of went more towards a worm hand Freddy. So these guys will be available. The Proto comes with this Dio sweatshirt and is by C Creations. I did these pants, but C Creations will do the pants from here on out. We'll also have a Think of Dio by Paul that I've been working on him with. That's going to be sick. It's going to be with the trees and probably the house in the background that's in the video game. So these will be available. This Proto is available. Let me just finish. It might be spoken for, but we don't know yet. The Concept Freddy is sold, but I'm making 1 or 2 more. So DM me if interested for pricing. These I can do a couple more as well. So DM me if you're interested. Like I said, my boy C Creations, Paul Manzi. This one will come with its own Dio. I mean, if you want to Dio by the Paul Manzi, go hit up the man himself. Once you guys see it, I'm sure he'll give you the option. And I got a bunch of other stuff, man. I know you guys loved to see the Vecna that was posted on IG. That's going to try to be a full silicone figure, and I'm running out of time. So I'll have more info on that once I get to it. That's the hand really quick. And then obviously this is a sold figure, but I'm working on this for a while. Armored Dracula. This was more of a build. Got the hair and everything. This sold to my boy Victor. I know you guys can't see shit. Alright guys, well until next time. DM me for the keychains and the bust. DM me if you want a concept like that. The Dio is done by me, obviously. DM me. There's going to be a video for him as well. Vecna. A bunch of other shit. I got some Concept Myers coming. And I got an H6. Oh, real quick. I don't know if I got time. 2 seconds. This will be available as well. Oh my god. It is an H6. Coveralls by David Tucker. Reworked and done by me. Blood by me. Once Custom head sculpt. Will be a diorama by Paul Maximus Manzi. And yeah, stay tuned. There's going to be a lot more stuff. And I'm doing the H6 pump-ins. Check out the IG. Until next time, guys, this is Cargo Collection and peace.